Hi everyone and welcome for this belated weekly recap for the previous week. And I traded only three stocks in 2 different days, on Wednesday and Friday. And those are INDP, IRNT and IPHA. The first two on Wednesday, Wednesday 15th, and the other two on the 17th of September. It is a green week, finally, even if it's very small, but still a green week, which is good. We saw some momentum overall in the market, in small cap, and it was good, quite promising for the fall season. Let's see how it goes, even if SPY is dropping for small caps, usually it's not a big deal. So let's go ahead and see what are the trades that I took. The first, on INDP, I took 4 trades in total. Mostly I ended up being in the red on it, even though 2 were possibly good winners. But I cut them way too soon, as I didn't like the price action. It was a mistake, most likely, and I had to give it more room to move. But it was a... I didn't want to get a big loss just in case they were not proving some strength, no? So I prefer to cut them, even for small losses. I still have to figure out where sometimes it's better to let it run a bit and sometimes, better to cut it. It's not going to happen. But anyway, the first trade was here at 735. On this long consolidation on the 1 minute chart, which can be seen also on the 5 minute, which was a very nice little red candle, but very little, and we can see it here. This is a stock that made a very huge move on the day but didn't sustain itself, as we can see on the daily, and it had a very nice gap here between 1230 and 1653 if we consider 200, or 1780 if we consider the daily. This was the candle, 730, break 735, so I entered for the breakout at 1040, and it went higher, but just a few cents, 1047. There was also the half dollar here providing some sort of resistance, possibly, something I wanted to keep in mind. And it was going up and down around that level, and sometimes it felt like it couldn't break 1040 again after going down. So at the second time it did it, I basically jumped out for a 4 cents loser, and it was a bit of a pity, it went high, it finally made it above 1050 especially, but it's nice to see it could actually break that level. The idea was good. I was just a bit too impatient, maybe, or afraid to lose more than I really wanted to. The second trade, I waited for basically the stock to pull back on this daily level at 1230. And as it made a new high, the first 1 minute candle to make a new high here of support of the 9 EMA, I entered at what was 1255 here. It went just 3 cents higher and then flushed down. I was okay holding it for a bit, trying to see if it could recover, but once it broke below the 9 EMA and couldn't get any way higher, I basically jumped out at around 1240. It was okay, an okay stop and 15 cents loser. I was okay with that. I was only half size in, so I had enough room to move. The third trade was instead, let me check here, and this was defined by basically this descending resistance line after this attempt to go back again around in this area. The trade idea was to enter 1205, so just above this 5 minute candle and the whole dollar. I entered here and I was expecting it to at least try to get to 12.30, and I was also 11 cents in the green, but my first target was a bit higher, so I didn't sell there, and it came back down very quickly, rejecting this pivot at 12.16, and okay, it was a small loss. I mean, it would have been a small loss if I could really sell where I wanted, which was right below the whole dollar, 12. And when it was with the ask at 11.94, I said, yeah, you're maybe trying to bounce a bit from here. There is the 9 EMA as well. It didn't, went straight down. So I hit the bid at 11.80, which didn't feel very well. It's still, again, with the half sizing, so no big deal with the loss per share, but I didn't really like how it behaved here, and many people didn't. As you can see, it fell down before reclaiming again some higher levels. I took one trade also here because I could see that this low was higher than this, and it felt stronger here, trying to build some more strength. Maybe there was also, let me check, also this, yeah, there was some kind also of descending resistance here, and we can see tapped here, broke through, tapped before going. I entered around here 1166 as it broke out, and here I really sold too soon. I mean, I should have waited at least for the stock to hold these levels. It never broke the EMAs here, so it was building up stronger, and I sold quickly when I saw it today. It went higher, 1166, and then came back down, and 1160 I sold there after I think 1 minute. Yeah, actually, yeah, 1 minute. I basically entered here and sold here. Too bad, but as I said, good to recognize these issues that I'm having, so maybe I can improve on this in the future. Clearly, it was also caused by the fact that I already had the 3 losses on this one, so I wasn't trusting it very much, and I was okay considering this higher move, but still not very sure. There was a setup I liked also for the gap and go that I didn't trade because it's close to the bell, which was the breakout of yeah, first it could have been also this level again, but really maybe 69 or even better 89, 1289, which then led to a very strong move upwards, like very strong. This stock went to 22 before failing miserably here, and then recovering on the riding the 50 EMA, and then going up to, well, almost 29. It started from the 10 area, so a pretty big move. Too bad it failed on the daily. The second stock I traded was IRNT, which was also a gapper, not a very strong gapper, but still a gapper. And it had these very weird moves where it basically stopped trading almost, and then broke out, then flushed it down, and back again, consolidating, stopped trading, and pop up. As I saw that it made this kind of behavior a couple of times, I decided to take an entry here at 26.50, and as it broke through basically very quickly at some point, I think after 10 seconds that was in, it went to 26.90 area. I sold at 26.86, then 26.91 as it attempted to break 27 without being able to do so here, and then I sold it the rest at 26.85 as I saw it breaking down, and I sold on the ask as I saw it breaking and making a new low on this candle. Very nice trade. I was very happy with this, and it basically turned me break even on the day. So with one winner I recovered 4 losers. Last trade I took was on IPHA. This was on Friday. Another strong stock with a very nice move from the 7 area to 12, which was nice, I have to say. And the trade I took here was on this setup, which was basically as the stock reclaimed the view up here, and I got in at 7:51 at 9:01, so basically here 9:01 a.m. on this candle. 7:51 broke through, sold here 7:62, and basically that was it. It didn't go any further, so I mean, not here at least. I sold here. This was this kind of a setup I take often, not the first 5-minute candle to make a new high above view up. And then it made a very nice move. Another very strong gap and go setup. And there was also one other trade. Here I want to point out something. I really wanted to trade this, but it never showed the setup I was looking for. As you can see here, even here when it was pulling back on the new lows, it made new highs. So I never got the chance to enter here. Never on this move. I really wanted to, but it didn't trigger my entry. So I just waited. And by the time it was here, it was clear that it was on the back side of the move. So it didn't make any sense to trade it there. And I think now I'm starting to recognize when this happens, and you can see that these 5-minute candles were straight down, lower lows, lower highs, lower lows, lower highs, until it basically got around here, trying to make a slight little push above view up, but failing down again. So I'm not really interested, and I was okay with my winner, so I didn't trade anything else for this day. One stock I really wanted to trade, I was forgetting to say, on Wednesday was IRNT at the open here. I had the idea to take the bounce of the 200, which happened to be something that other stocks that were gapping higher and holding pretty well at the open were reaching before actually going higher. The 200 on the daily or the 50 on the 5-minute. Go here so we can see it. 15th. There we go. You can see it tapped and then went higher. And it was good to see. I had 2 dubs. Clearly it was at the open, so pretty risky for me. So I didn't want to take a big share size. I was trying to find out how much I should scale down to enter this safely. And I almost had it. I had the order ready on the price level, but not really on the share size level. And as it crossed it, I said, okay, let's see if you can reclaim it. And it did. When it did, I wanted to enter, but as I said, I didn't have the right share size on the order entry window, and so I didn't basically push the button. I saw it ripping. I was, pretty happy to see that the setup kind of worked. It went into a hold, opened higher, came back down, back higher again, then failed. But very nice trade. It could have been a very nice trade. From 25.81, I could have sold, maybe something here, or something here, something before the alt. Anyway, it would have been more than $1 winner per share. So a very nice move. Still, it's okay. I'm happy with the first green week that I can make a recap about. Even if it's a small one, it's fine. I like the trading. I try to do my best, considering also the little time I had to stay in the market. And so I wish you all a great week. Stay green and bye-bye.